Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia. On this channel I talk about investing and especially investing for beginners. Somehow the fact that it is time to review my results for the second quarter of 2021 has just gone by me and I didn't even notice it. So I'm making this video even though it is already the middle of July, but I really am so excited to share my results with you because they are actually great. I've shared with you my mistakes that I made in the past, but I'm trying to eliminate them slowly, little by little, and at the moment the returns on the investments that I made are crazy. I'm 100% satisfied with them. So yeah, keep watching this video if you want to know the returns that I got on Vanguard. So for those of you who have just joined in and don't know how I invest and what I invest for, just a quick reminder that Vanguard is the investment platform where I invest into ETFs, and since recently I also started to buy one decision funds. I invest on Vanguard long term, so I'm hoping to use this money only by the time when I retire. I'm not planning to touch this money beforehand. I chose different funds and you can find a lot of information on my YouTube channel about how I choose funds that I invest in. I mainly set up direct debits and then I buy regularly using the dollar cost averaging strategy. And Vanguard UK is also the platform where I hold my stocks and shares ISA. So I have the ISA allowance of £20,000 per year, which is tax-free. In my previous video where I reviewed my results for the first quarter of 2021, my return on investment was about 10%. Since then, I haven't changed my strategy much. I stopped buying individual funds from different geographical locations. I concentrated mainly on S&P 500, which took the biggest share of my portfolio in the previous video as well. But this time I also added a one decision fund, which is a life strategy fund with 80% equity in it. I set up a direct debit, but I did it only in May as far as I remember. So I had only several pay-ins which already show great results. I stopped buying other funds from different geographical locations because this fund in particular, the Life Strategy Fund, already includes different funds from all over the world. I left the idea that I am cleverer than Vanguard specialists and the computer algorithm, and I let the computer decide what to invest and how to invest for me. So let's take a look at how my Vanguard portfolio looks at the moment. And since it's Monday and every Monday I buy another share of S&P 500, I will also show you in this video how to do it so that you can repeat it in the future for the fund that you decide to invest in. You have to always remember that investing involves risks and the value of your investments can go up just as much as it can go down, but it is very hard to forget this statement with Vanguard because this is something that they remind you of on every single page you open. So let's take a look. Okay, so now I have almost £3,000 in my ISA account and look at my personal rate of return. It is 18.69%. This is crazy. I am chuffed with this result. I think it's great. Sometimes I want to just put a lump sum of money into my Vanguard account and see what happens, but I'm staying strong for now and I'm following the strategy that I made for myself from the very beginning of investing a certain sum of money every single month. And so why would I change it if it's something that works? The thing that I might consider in the future though is to increase the sum that I invest. I hold some cash. That is only because I invest cash by direct debit and then every Monday I buy the fund manually. My last transaction happened last week is when I bought S&P 500. Okay, so let's have a closer look at my investments. So for that we need to click here, Investments View, and we see the holdings. You see, now the Life Strategy Fund with 80% equity takes 10% of my total portfolio, and this percentage is going to increase every month because obviously I will stop buying FTSE 100, FTSE Japan and Global Short-Term Corporate Bond Index Fund 2. I intend to continue investing into Life Strategy Fund and S&P 500 only. Okay, so I have £300 in my Life Strategy Fund. This is only in 2 months, and now I made £5 or £5, sorry, from this investment already. Don't look at it as only £5, because if you invested this £300 into a savings account, just a normal savings account in your bank, you'd get £5 maybe in a year. Not even. And from S&P 500, which takes 71, almost 72% of my total portfolio, I made £225. It's crazy. No one can guarantee you that it will continue growing, but from what I see on the market, it keeps on growing and it keeps on hitting all-time high almost every single week. But I kind of keep an eye on what's going on with the price of S&P 500, but nevertheless I buy it on Monday without knowing the exact price, and I'm trying not even to look at the exact price that I pay for each fund. That's because over the years I think it will grow anyway, and I don't want to get too disappointed, although when I see the return on investment even now, it just makes me super happy. I think investing with Vanguard was definitely one of the best investment decisions I've ever made. But let's have a proper look at the performance. So if we click on the performance, we see that from the 5th of October to the 12th of July, I made a total profit of £244. The way I look at it as well is that these are £244 that I wouldn't have had otherwise. This money gets automatically reinvested, so the compound interest is working. I am sure that this company is safe because it's been on the market for a long time, so I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, and I hope it will be there by the time I retire too. I want to see this number by the time I retire, although I don't want the time of my retirement age to come that fast. When you see this little step here, that's probably every Monday. This is when I buy S&P 500 on Monday, and these little steps here, these are the days on which I bought the Life Strategy Fund before, because the first time I invested into it manually and then I set up a direct debit. Okay, so this is the graph, the calculations. This is how much my investment returned, and we see that the charges were only £1.54, dividends £13, and the current investment value is £232 of gains, obviously. But it also could be a loss. Then we can see it month by month. So we will see that on certain months I had actually red numbers, so on some months I was losing money, but on the majority of months I made some profits. And then we can also see the individual investments. There is a lot of data that you can analyze and that will help you to make your decisions better and better every single month as you continue investing through Vanguard. If we look at Insight, I like this tab, I find it interesting. It shows me how much of each asset group I'm holding. So fixed income are the bond funds, cash, I have quite a lot of cash, but I'm going to use it today. Equity, I have a lot of equity, and blended is 11%. The top 8 geographical regions, as you can see, they are spread all over the world, and this is mainly thanks to the Life Strategy Fund. Nevertheless, look at this huge circle in the USA. So 78% of my investment is located in the companies that are basing themselves in the US. Europe only 2%, and the rest of the geographical locations you can see it is all spread. It's funny. Then we can see top 10 investments. All these companies, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, etc., they come from the S&P 500 fund. So I don't invest into these companies individually. I just buy a fund and my money is spread among the 500 biggest companies of the US, so I don't have to choose these companies by myself. Passive. Whatever is passive is great for me. Sector allocations, so the majority of my money is invested into information technology, and my performance over the last 3 months, so just over 3 months, I already made 5.24%. Over 3 months. Amazing. Now let's take a look at how I buy my funds. So today is Monday, so it is time to buy S&P 500. First of all, I go to Overview, and then I go to my investments again. Okay, so what I do is I click Invest Now, and I click Continue. Even though I'm buying ETF, I'm not going to use the live price because I will let the Vanguard team decide when to buy it, so they will buy it in a bulk. And then I click on Add More Investments. I choose the fund, the type of fund that I want to buy. Mine is equity fund, and then I'm going down looking for the US funds. Then I choose here S&P 500, and I'm going to allocate, say, £75 just to make sure that this order goes through. Even though one share of this fund costs less than £65, the rest of the money, the change, will get back to my cash account, so I'm not going to lose any. Then I click next, and here I have to choose my payment method, and I'm going to use the available cash. And for this reason, I invest a certain amount of cash into my Vanguard every single month, because I don't want to put the number of the card every single time. You know, it's just faster. Then I click continue, submit. I have to confirm that I read the information. And what happens next is you have completed the buy instruction. We are processing your instruction and your investments are available. Usually when the whole process is complete, I get the email saying that my order was completed, and it also shows me the exact price that I paid for my S&P 500. And that's basically it. Now I'm a proud owner of more shares of S&P 500. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for staying with me until the very end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed taking a look inside my Vanguard portfolio. Thank you very much again for your time and attention today. Bye bye.